I really wish I could say that school was inspiring. The whole school experience for me was, how do I say, a complete waste of my time. I never felt like I really belonged there. It was never a place that I felt there was a purpose. There was really no purpose. And as I look back on it, I really can't blame most of the teachers. Because there are tons of teachers that really did help me as a person. But at the time, I just didn't see it because I had a terrible, terrible attitude. I remember going to school through the grades of 1st grade to 12th grade, and all I could think about once I got there was, when was school over? I remember staring at the clock every couple of minutes just to find, I wanted to leave so bad. I did have a few friends. For me, the best year of school was kindergarten. I learned so much that year. There was a great teacher. I had a great teacher, Mrs. Mays, who I remember. She is near and dear to my heart. I don't know if she's still alive, but I learned so much in kindergarten. It was so much fun, so many activities, and I wish school was like that for me, where I got more involved in the activities because I hated being at a desk. The most exciting part about kindergarten was one year we actually put on a circus, and I got to be a giraffe, and that was pretty cool. I remember that like it was yesterday. But the whole school experience was just not great, and I don't want to say it's because of the teachers, because I had some really great teachers. I said Mrs. Mays. There's another great teacher I had in 5th grade, Mrs. Litherland, that I remember, and I think she still teaches at the elementary school I went to. And in middle school, there was a teacher that just took the time out to really get to know me, get to know all of her students. That's what a teacher really needs to do, try and develop a one-on-one relationship with their student. And I know I'm rambling on, but I just wanted to talk about school just a little bit and tell you my experience. But what inspires me sometimes are movies about school and how other people try and make the school experience better, because it is important to have a student-teacher relationship. With the new movie Won't Back Down, starring Maggie Gyllenhaal and Viola Davis and Holly Hunter and who else? Rosie Perez. We haven't seen her in a while. It's a movie that actually states inspired by a true story. And one thing I wondered about going into this film was what was really true about this story. I'm definitely going to have to go on the internet and find out, because near the end of this movie, when the credits are all rolling, because I usually like to stay for the entire credits, because I wanted to find out, is this really a true story? I mean, it probably happened in some way, but near the end, it did not say the following movie is based on. It just didn't say that. It didn't say it was based, in the beginning it did, so it's inspired so they could pretty much do whatever they want, but near the end it didn't say this was actually based on a true story. That's really interesting, because I couldn't help, I was watching this movie, and at times it did feel manipulative, but in a good way. I wasn't mad that this movie was kind of helping me shed a tear here and then, because I felt inspiring. Performances are really good by Maggie and Viola and the rest of the cast. It's a very inspiring story. Who doesn't want a better school? This is a terrible school, and I don't know the true story about the school, but from what I get, it looks like a lot of these people, these main characters that were brought out, seem like they're probably fictitious, and there's actually a group of people that brought this school together and changed the lives of their students, so they actually felt like they could learn something, that they could go to a teacher that they could rely on, and that would be there for them. So I bet the story is true, because they said inspired by a true story, but I don't know if this movie is the actual truth. So don't go walking into this movie thinking it's the actual truth. But you can go walking into this movie knowing you're going to have a really nice time. It's good. It's definitely a movie that you can take your kids to, and you can enjoy it as a family. The story is very predictable, especially if you've seen the trailer. I want some surprises. I don't want to give anything away. I really don't want to give anything away about this movie. But you do have to go into this movie knowing the movie exists, so it must have all worked out in the end, right? Right? But if you know the true story about this, about the real people, then you probably already know. But this movie has really great performances. I really love Maggie Gyllenhaal. I think she's beautiful. I think she is a beautiful looking woman. And I remember a lot of my friends and acquaintances didn't like her in The Dark Knight. They felt like she didn't really work very well, and I thought she was great in that film. It may not inspire you to change your life or your world, but it might make you look at, I don't know if you're watching this and you have kids and your school system sucks, maybe this will inspire you to rise up, because this is a very inspiring story. I just don't know how true this movie is. I'm going to give Won't Back Down 3 stars. Please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. You can also like me on Facebook and follow me on Twitter. And please go to WeLiveFilm.com and subscribe right here on YouTube to We Live Film. And also, don't forget to check out WhoYouTube.com. I'm going back to school. No, I'm not really that inspired.